Hey, I wish everyone had a great night. It was a fantastic weekend. I can tell without a doubt that it was a great weekend to others. But to others, it was so tough and long weekend. But we enjoyed, when we talk about sports, soccer generally, it was a great weekend for some of others, for some of other fans, for some of other fans it was a west weekend. Hey, I can tell without a doubt that some of friends right now are burning. They can't face their colleagues, they can't face their schoolmates, they can't face their desk mates. It was a tough weekend. Hey, I can say without a doubt. Hey, uh, ka Setswana nkare dumelang masandawana, how it was it, dumelang, you will never live alone. It was a tough weekend. Right now I'm coming here to share some updates. I want to let you know how it went out. What happened during the weekend from Friday to Sunday. It was a fantastic weekend. Hey, after a short break I'm coming back to update you about what happened during the weekend. Which lost or which won. Stay. Hey, I'm back. Firstly, I wanna start updating about a PSL matches that play on Friday. Hey, South Africa PSL. Bedway Premiership. Now let's talk about what happened on Friday. It was a tough day for Amazulu. Being hammered by TS Galaxy 2-1. It was not a great night. You went from bad to worse. Congratulations. I might say congratulations to TS Galaxy for managing the game very well, for obtaining those 3 points. It was a tough game. I can say that I like to Amazulu. Let's go to drawing board so that we can check what happened. What wrong we did. Let's go to drawing board so that we can rectify our mistakes. Now I want to talk about a little about what happened on Friday. Now I want to update about what happened in Tanzania Premiership. Premier League. It's really tough, my guy. It's really tough, my lady. Some teams knows how to abuse other teams. What did happen that night? It was a tough day. It was a tough night for other friends. Simba did what every team wish to do every weekend, every day, every night. What they did to do. What is sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it well, but I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this name perfectly. But it is Dodoma. I'm pronouncing it using my home language. What happened? It is that Simba made things worse by hammering Dodoma 6-0. That was not a great night for them. Things went from bad to worse. But I can say congratulations to Simba for what they did, and I can say hard luck to Dodoma for what happened. Let's go to drawing board. We need to rectify some mistakes. We need to look up, we need to analyze what went wrong, We need to rectify our mistakes and keep going. We can't stop, but the train need to keep on going, Everything can be rectified at the end of the day. If we put our mindset into the right place, we can achieve a lot of things, I remember about the story of Goliath, and that guy who everyone assumed that no one can manage to defeat Goliath, but that guy managed to defeat Goliath with this very very small stone. So Dodoma, I can say it can be possible. Everything can be possible. You can manage to win this. You can manage to do so great. You can still manage to perform very well. Let's go to drawing board and rectify our mistakes. Right now let's go to La Liga, a Spain league. Things happen. What happened? What happened? I'm asking Las Palmas and Alves fans, what happened, because the game was so fantastic. A draw of 2-2. It was a fantastic game, but what happened? I don't understand what happened. I'm not going to say which team deserved to win, but I know for sure there is a team deserved to win. Like, my question is what happened? I'm trying to understand what happened. But let's go to drawing board and rectify our mistakes, because if you don't do anything, Barcelona might run away with their league title, or maybe Real Madrid can make it, or maybe Atlantico Madrid can make it. You need to keep catching up. I know maybe this season cannot be possible, but I'm pretty sure that next season it can also be positive. You can do positive things. You can achieve a lot of things if you have a positive mindset. All you need is to rectify your mistakes. Go to the drawing board. What happened? Is it a coach? Is it a technical team? Is it players? What happened? Is it our plan towards the game? Is it things? Is it conditions? What happened? You need to go to drawing board and rectify your mistakes. Now let's go to Bundesliga. I don't know if I said it correctly, but maybe it is what it is. But you understand what I mean, you know. ST Bowley had a great time winning a 1-0 against Offenheim. It was a fantastic time to be alive, to be a fan of ST Pauli. What a wonderful full time to be a fan. Now let's go to Serie A. Serie A played. I mean, Serie A is one of the best league for me. Yeah, some can say otherwise, but for me, Serie A is one of the tough league in the world. I can say is the one that is so tough in the world. According to how things happen, you can't predict who is going to be leader. Today it can be another team, and next week it can be another team, tomorrow it can be another team. It is so competitive. That is what I love about Serie A. What happened is that who thought nice can be hammered by Ozeri by 2-1. Who thought that can happen? Oh, I remember in the back times, I no one thought maybe Juventus can have competitors, because when we were growing up that time, things looked so easy. A Cristiano Ronaldo made the league to make us think that everything is so is, scoring goals now and then, assisting now and then. We thought maybe there is no one that is going to defeat Juventus, but look at it now. We thought one day we will realizing other teams are winning Premier, league titles. It was a fantastic days back then. But what I like about Serie A is that there is a competition. Now let's go to Liga One. It was a fantastic time, but also a bad time to some of friends. 1 point could be great to others, but at 1 point could be bad to others. It was a great time to others, but to others it was a bad day. Nice draw with Uzuri 1-1. It was a great time to others. Now now I wanna talk about what happened on weekend. Generally, I wanna talk about what happened on weekend. Or mostly, yeah, I wanna talk about what happened on Saturday. It was a fantastic time to be alive, but the perfect time, the day that a lot of people waited was Sunday, because things happen. We thought maybe my Melody Sundowns might lose to Pirates. We thought Kaiser Chiefs might lose to Richards Bay. We thought. Now let's go and check what happened on Saturday. On Saturday, my roommate Gallons did awesome thing, winning over Captain City by 1-0. Marcus made him impact, winning 1-0 against Golden Arrows. Chipa United won 2-0 against Polokwane City. What a great weekend. Now, I want to talk about those matches that a lot of people were expecting better result. Let's go to Man City against Brighton. A lot of people expected Man City to go over Brighton so easily, but it was not an easy one. I'm still asking myself what happened to Man City. What is going on? What need to be fixed? What is that need to be rectified? Because right now I don't know what is happening, because the ship seems to be sailing. That Man City that we know, that team that wins every match, it is becoming bad to worse. I don't understand what is going on. Drawing 2-2 with Brighton seems to be bad for them, because they needed 3 points more than any team, because the league title is it is going to be difficult for them to win league title for now, because Liverpool seems like there is no one who can compete with them this season. Things are going well for them. They are winning so easily. They're hammering every team. It seems like this season they might win league title, but they always say that it is not over until it's over. We must just pay attention to what might happen at the end of the season. Now I want to talk about what happened on Saturday. Real Madrid had played a huge role, man. Played a huge role. What I like about them is that they have a great mentality, fighting mentality. They don't just back down so easily. You can tell that players are so tired, but they're not backing. You can tell that Vinicius, Mbappe, Rudiger, a lot of them, they are so tired, but they are not backing down. They are not backing down so easily. They just keep fighting until to the last minute. What a wonderful time to be a Real Madrid fan. Real Madrid won 2-1 against Villarreal. It was a great time. Now let's go to a fantastic day that everyone expected better results on that day. Hey, I must say, what happened? What happened? Betway, Betway fans. You know what I'm talking about. Those fans who always bet every now and then. Maybe assuming that one of the biggest team might win. I also assume that uh Mamelodi Sundowns might win over Orlando Pirates. It was a very tough weekend to be Mamelodi Sundowns fan. It was a very tough weekend to be to be Kaiser Chiefs fan. It was a very tough weekend to be Liverpool fan. Things happen. No one expected it that way. And now let's talk about what happened during the weekend on Sunday. Let's talk about what happened during the match. Now I wanna generally focus on Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Let's go into it. It was a fantastic day. What a wonderful weekend, to witness a little boy, a little boy that is turning into real man. I'm proud of him again of what he's doing, after scoring 2 goals within 10 minutes. I might say within 5 minutes. That boy is shining, man. Is becoming a man and making it to top. Amazing things. I'm proud of him as a South African fan. He's doing so amazing things. I don't wish for him to go under pressure. To not make it to top. I wish for him to make it to top. To make it to top. Maybe winning CAF or Champions League might boost his confidence. Maybe winning league might boost his confidence. He deserves it. The boy have been working very hard during this season. You can tell without a doubt that boy is determined. He is born for greatness. He is programmed for greatness. You can tell that the boy is born for greatness. What a fool, what a wonderful kid, wonderful man. I'm proud of him, and I'm so proud of everyone who played their role during that match. I'm not going to be biased. I'm a fan of Mamelodi Sundowns, but I'm not going to be biased. You need to congratulate others when they're winning. You can win some and you can lose some. Sometimes you just need to state truth, only truth. Wonderful weekend. It was a fantastic day. Congratulations to China for what he did. No one thought China will do what he was doing. No one know what might happen. Congratulations to Mahopa. Congratulations to Modao. Congratulations to all the players who played their role. You are a champion. You are representing our national flag very well. I'm very proud of you. Now let's go into it from first minute to the last minute. You know. For within 4 minutes, Mahopa played a huge role. Assisting Mofugane to score a very beautiful goal. It was a fantastic day. I know a lot of people going to blame the soccer field was so bad. It was muddy, it was not good, it was not on perfect condition. But sometimes you can play on a perfect condition. Sometimes you need to adjust. You can't always be on the better side all the times. Because all the teams will play on the same pitch. I'm a Mamelodi Sundowns fan, but I'm not going to say playing on that pitch benefited Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates came with a good strategy. They mastered um, their plan very well. Also, I think Coach Cardoso made a great impact. He changed the game. He came with a great plan, but that day it became bad. What happened is that a lot of things bad happen. We were not expecting it that way. Hey, wow, what a wonderful time to be Orlando Pirates fan. Scoring within 5 seconds. I mean, within 5 minutes. 2 goals. Wonderful. What a wonderful time for Kansas fans. Seeing the boy shining during the big game. Wonderful time. What a wonderful time to be Modao's fan. A very great, a shining star, a very best defender in the country. I might say also in Africa, because the guy is so perfect. What a wonderful time to be his fan after scoring and a goal, trying to pulling out some socks to pull back, but it was tough, to pull back, but wonderful time for him. He had a great game, from first minute to the last minute. It was really perfect. I and I think after the substitution of Arsasaurus with Arsasaurus and Peter Shalulile, it was a impact that impacted the game to go otherwise. The impact that the boy have on the field is so perfect. Arsasaurus can be like, I might say, he's a magician. After few minutes, the substitution of I might say of Mosele, played a huge role to close all the gaps. Who thought that Mosele can still make it at this age? Who thought he can still make an impact? What a wonderful legend. He played a huge role. Every time he's given a chance, he makes sure to pull all strings for Orlando Pirates to keep on going, to keep on shining. What a wonderful time. I can say it was a wonderful time. Now let's go into what happened during the match against Richards Bay and Kaiser Chiefs. Things happen. Who thought Richards Bay can hammer Chiefs so badly? 2 goals is also bad. Who thought that might happen? My question is, what is going wrong these days? Because we all know Kaiser Chiefs is a big brick brand. It's a big club. When I was young, I used to witness Kaiser Chiefs playing with the color, with the gloves on their color, but Man City, Manchester United, big clubs. I'm talking about big clubs, and it was so easy for Kaiser Chiefs to win those games. I'm still asking a question: what is going on? Because I don't really know what is going on, because things really becoming so bad for them. What need to be done? Because through the seasons, now it is going to 10 years or 11 years without winning a trophy. It's too bad, for bigger player. I mean, for bigger club like Kaiser Chiefs, because we all know Kaiser Chiefs is a very big brand. Maybe it is because players doesn't know what Kaiser Chiefs means. They doesn't know their slogan. They doesn't know how big Kaiser Chiefs is. That is how sometimes they relax a lot. You can check, you can check history what other players used to contribute. They used to fight from first minute to last minute, fighting for the badge. Fighting for the badge, you can tell him, Chabalala used to fight for the badge. We can talk about the legend Kazande. That guy used to impact a lot. He used to play a huge role. He used to do something great on the pitch. If it is not a ball, it is going to be a player. You are going to regret that day playing against Kaiser Chiefs. So, what happened to the glory days? What happened to the better days? Because I'm trying to understand what happened to those days, seeing Kaiser Chiefs outshining every teams. Even my Melody Sundowns, that seems to be a problem currently. Used to be bad at that time. They used to be bad while playing with Kaiser Chiefs. So my question as a South African fan, what happened to the bigger brand? What happened to the bigger brand? What happened to the bigger club? What needs to be done? But at the end of the day, they need to go back to the drawing board and rectify their mistakes. After being hammered 2-0, it was a hard and tough night for them. I, I can tell without a doubt that Richards Bay played a great role. Hey, congratulations to Gaba. Congratulations to Mbotoma for what they did during the match. I can say congratulations, and I like to Kaiser Chiefs. So let's go to drawing board, and rectify our mistakes, because if I do recall, it was 2021. 2020 or 2021, the last time a South African club playing a CAF Champions League final. It was the last time, and that time Chiefs was banned to sign players. Imagine a club failing to sign players and managing to go through to the final. It was a amazing time to be a South African fan. You can tell, you could tell the players had a vision, had a mission to achieve, had a goal. But what happened to the old Kaiser Chiefs? Because this time it really seems like the newest players that doesn't know how big Kaiser Chiefs brand is. That doesn't know their slogan. They doesn't know what it means to play for Kaiser Chiefs. But at the end of the day, it need to be rectified, because no, it can't happen like this. We need that Kaiser Chiefs or the old times. We need the old beast or the old beast Kaiser Chiefs, man, to bounce back. Because we need competition. Because it can't always be it can't always be Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. We need competition. Wonderful weekend to be Stellenbosch fan. After Stellenbosch hammering Skukone by 2-1 in Polokwane, it was in a great weekend. What a wonderful great time to be a football fan. you know I, I don't know what is happening in England. I I don't still don't know what is going on with Chelsea, because they have a lot of stars. They spend a lot of money on buying stars. I don't know what needs to be done right now, because things look so bad. Things are becoming so worse. They win some and they win less and lose more. I don't know what is going on. They start with a great move. After the drop their standard, I don't know what is going on. Is it maybe squad depth, or I don't know what is going on between Chelsea and Manchester United. Things have been so bad. But I'm proud that this weekend it was a fantastic weekend for Manchester United. They played with their hearts out. And also a bad weekend for Liverpool. It was a great time to be Bruno's friend. The guy played a huge role. He always play a huge role. That guy is the guy that knows what Manchester United means. He plays for the badge, after scoring a hat trick, a fantastic a hat trick. I don't know it was when. I don't recall, but it was during the week. The guy played a great role, scoring hat trick. It was a fantastic time during UEL. Great time to be Bruno's fan. But even this weekend, they played a huge role, playing a fantastic goal on 90th minutes. What a wonderful day. And what a great weekend for Holland. Playing a goal after a very long time without a scoring. And a great weekend for Garnacho to score a beautiful goal. What a wonderful weekend for Manchester United fans. Congratulations to Fulham hammering Tottenham's Hotspur to not. I also don't know what is going on. Maybe Tottenham need to fix some things, but they need to go back to the drawing board. Uh, wonderful weekend to be Barcelona fan. Who thought they could bounce back after losing to Atletico Madrid on halftime? It was a very bad time at that minute. To be Barcelona fan. Losing to 2-0 2-0. But they had to bounce back, and I'm proud of them. I'm very proud of what they did, because before halftime they were losing 1-0. It was so bad. It was so bad, and they had to bounce back and fight so hard and score those beautiful goals. Congratulations to the players, congratulations to the stakeholders, congratulations to everyone who played their role, congratulations to fans. It was a wonderful weekend for Barcelona. Lewandowski scoring at 72 minutes. Torres playing a huge role. Congratulations to the ball, scoring 2 goals on 78 and 90 minutes. It was a wonderful weekend for Torres, to play a very huge role. Congratulations to Yamal. Congratulations to the all players. Who can forget what Rafinha was doing during that match? He played a great role. Congratulations to everyone. I can. Welcome back. A congratulations to former cabinet minister Naledi Panda. She was recently appointed as an honorary professor in the Faculty of Education at the University of Pretoria. Congratulations to the former cabinet. Wonderful, great news. It was a wonderful news. Hey, I must say it was a fantastic weekend. Everyone was allowed to enter free at the Pretoria Zoo. I might say a very, 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 very wonderful move by Pretoria Zoo to allow everyone to enter free. Congratulations! I'm so proud of what is happening. I wish all the enterprises, I wish all the I might say all these zoos can do the same, cool thing for South African citizens, because no all times is about generating money. No all time is about making money. Sometimes you need to think for the citizens, you need to bless them for being supportive fans, you need to bless them for maybe a few minutes, few hours, maybe only a day. I know it is going to be costly, but hey, it can cost to buy people's love, it can cost to have followers, it can cost to have uh supporters, because if I went to Pretoria Zoo for free this weekend, what could make me to not go back to Pretoria Zoo paying some prices if I need to pay some prices to enter? Because they always think about citizens of South Africa. Wow, 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 wow. It is so great, I people, I'm going to say this. This is a message, we have families, everyone have people's they have people that loves them, stop spreading lies, stop telling lies on platforms, because it was so bad to seeing some of social media activists, doing what they did last week, uh, spreading lies, spreading lies that I seeing a Ringo Madlingozi is dead, it was a great time for him to respond and enter the country, enter the nation that he is not dead, and he is so feeling sad. He is so saddened, because people are so heartless. How can you say someone is dead? Because we as his followers, we feel bad, we some can go to using meds, they can be depressed, they can have anxiety, some can you can cause some people's heart attack because of lies. So you must think twice before you spread lies. Think twice, because sometimes it can seem like it is going to benefit you to gain some followers, to gain some likes, but it is so bad for other people. Think about it before you do some stupid moves, sorry to say it in this way, but sometimes you need to think about other people, because we have our loved ones, imagine saying that I died and my mama got to see on social media that his son is dead while you're spitting lights. What if she get attacked by heart attack by spreading lies after finding out I'm not dead? Maybe it could be bad, so stop spreading lies, I there is this is a letter that was written by Ringo, saying that these people should be found and be dealt with harshly. I'm alive and kicking. They are adding years to my life. These evil-minded, faceless fools will receive what they are dishing out to people a million times. You know, I it is so bad for people to do what they do. Hey, you need to stop speaking lies about other people's. Sometimes it is so important uh to tell perfect news, to tell truth, because your lies sometimes can impact other people's other time so badly. It is with certain news, you know it is not nice. I say condolences to the family uh, of I don't know how to say it because no one deserves bad things. It is so tough for action as a leader in Northwest. Kosukwena Mahop Mangope. It is so bad. I send condolences to the family. After losing uh his wife. It is so bad. I say condolences. I wish at this stage it can be tough, and bounce back because we still need him. We still need him to fight so hard because action, let's say, needs him so hard in Northwest to fight so hard so that there is change. I understand that this is a very very bad stage. I'm sorry for the family. I'm sorry for him to go through this. No one deserves bad things. No one deserves this. I wish I could play a huge role to be part, to show him that we really love him and we are there for him. We need to support him the way he always do. Putting citizens of South Africa, putting Northwest first before his happiness. Uh, I wish we could also play a huge role, and I wish everyone who's not far from him can play a huge role, to support him in this sad stage. I, it is so bad. It is so bad. You know, I, I'm not. Uh, I'm not impressed of what is going on. What is happening, black children? What is happening, colored children? What is happening, white children? What is happening, Indian children? What is happening, Asian children? We are keep on destroying everything we worked hard for. We keep destroying our malls, our infrastructures. What is going to happen tomorrow? What is going to happen, in the future? Because our future generation, it is going to suffer. They are going to suffer a lot because of our bad moves. We keep on destroying infrastructure. It is so bad what happened in Jubilee Mall, Hammascroll Mall. Things are not going so well. I'm trying to understand what is going on because every time you can wake up and find out street lights aren't working anymore because some people stole cables. You can find out that railway and operating anymore just because people stole infrastructure. I'm so surprised. Are we not thinking about future? Don't we wanna be like Europe, be like USA, be like Canada? I'm trying to understand. Are we not thinking about our future? Because we are keeping on destroying. There will be a certain time that we will suffer a lot. Look at what is happening in some of African countries. Things are not going so well. Things are not good. We need to think about it. We need to think about future. I because we will find ourselves having nothing. you know I there is this letter by Jubilee Mall, so pay attention. They say, please note that the following tenants will remain temporarily closed until they are deemed safe to resume operation. First, it is Metropolitan. Second is Bedford. Third, it is museums. Fourth, it is F&B. Fifth, it is Planet Fitness. Sixth, it is Department of Labor. You know, I it is so bad. What is happening recently? I don't understand what is going on with people's mind. We are so bad. We are so cruel. We are doing bad things. I don't understand what happened. Is it maybe it is the end of the world? Maybe the end of the world is coming near. maybe it is that time that we are expecting the Messiah to come back. I'm trying to understand what is going on, because things doesn't look so normal anymore. I there is this letter that was written. I found it on Harangwa mail. They say, Letoko Leko Lituku Tula Amanda Masango 17, who is 17, lifeless body was found in Kanyamazane on 14th of March 2025. Lekutula left her home around 6 a.m. to catch a bus to school, but never reached their destination. When her mother opened a case with the police later, after that afternoon, she was informed by a community member that her daughter had been found. It is allegedly that she was discovered with a rope around her neck and was still dressed in her school uniform. The suspect, 23, was allegedly seen attempting to sell Letokutula phones for only 100 rand. The suspect has since been arrested. It is not good thing. And we are talking about a very very small, small guy. We're talking about a guy that is still young. 23, you can't be doing this at the age of 23. It is so bad. Seeing a 23-year-old doing bad things to the 17-year-old. I can tell that something it is not correct. Maybe it is our justice system that is failing us, because I don't know what is going on, because everyone do as they pleases, because there is nothing that is going to be done at the end of the day. Just maybe it is because of our justice system is so relaxed. They're doing nothing. They're not fighting back. I don't understand. I don't understand what is going on. You know, right now, let's go on a short break. I'm coming back to update about whether. Hey, welcome back. Now let's talk about what might happen, what is happening recently. Now I want to talk about weather, weather focus. If you are in Polokwane, Limpopo, you must expect weather from 22 degree to 13 degree. It is going to look like that today on Monday. It is mostly cloudy. Yeah, it is mostly cloudy with precip 10%, humidity 65%, wind it is 6 kilometer per hour. Now let's go to other city or to other province. Pretoria, it seems like it is going to be raining today. But it is going to be mostly cloudy with precip 30%, humidity 67%, wind it is going to be at kilometer per hour, and it is going to, temperature it is going to be from 21% to 16 degree. 21 degree to 16 degrees, so pattern. I beg my pardon. Now let's go to another city. Now let's go to Soweto, or generally Johannesburg, to see what is going to happen today. In Joburg you need to expect a raining weather, and it is going to be mostly cloudy. The temperature it is going to be 20 degree to 14 degree. Pressure is going to be 10%, humidity it is going to be 74%, and wind it is going to be 8 km per hour. Now let's go to another city and check what is going to happen. Now let's go into Mafiken, so that we can check what is going to happen today, what weather it is going to be like. It is going to be mostly cloudy. It is not going to be raining like in other areas. Pressure it is going to be 10%, and humidity it is going to be 69%. Wind it is going to be 14 km per hour, and temperature it is going to be 23 degrees and to 14 degree. Now let's go to another. Now let's talk about what is going to happen in Bombela. It is going to be mostly cloudy. It is going to be a little hot. It is going to be temperature. It is going to be 23 degree to 16 degree. Pressure it is going to be 10%. Humidity it is going to be 74. I beg my pardon. Humidity it is going to be 74%. Wind it is going to be 5 km per hour. Let's go to another city and see what is going to happen. I beg your pardon. Now let's go to Kimberley and check what is going to happen today. It is going to have plenty of clouds with a thunderstorm in spots. High temperature it is going to be 28%. Tonight a thunderstorm in spots this evening, otherwise clear to partly cloudy. Low degree it is going to be 15%. It is going to be mostly cloudy. I can say that it is going to be a little raining. Yeah, it is going to also be too hot. Now let's go to another city. Pressure it is going to be 30%, and humidity it is going to be 70%. Wind it is going to be 8 km per hour, and low temperature it is going to be 12 degree, and high temperature it is going to be 23 degree. It is going to be raining today in Bloemfontein Celtic. In Bloemfontein. Now let's go to another city. Okay, let's go to Durban and see what is going to happen in Durban. Today it is going to be raining, mostly sunny. Pressure it is going to be 0 temperature. Humidity it is going to be 65 temperature percentage. Sorry, I beg my pardon. In Durban it is going to be mostly sunny. Pressure it is going to be 0 degree. Humidity it is going to be 65%. Wind it is going to be 21 km per hour. It is going to be raining. High temperature it is going to be 27 degree, and lowest temperature it is going to be 21 degree. It seems like it is going to be hot, and also raining. Now let's go to another city and see what is going to happen and what to expect. Okay, now let's go to Tabera and see what is going to happen today. It is going to be mostly cloudy. It is going to be hot. High temperature it is going to be 22 degree, and lowest temperature it is going to be 18 degree. Pressure it is going to be 10%, and humidity it is going to be 71%, and wind it is going to be 21 km per hour. Now let's go to another area and see what is going to happen and what to expect. Now let's go to Cape Town and see what one need to expect and what is going to happen today. It is going to be sunny. It is going to be hot today. With a high temperature is 22 degree, and lowest temperature it is going to be 15 degree. Pressure it is 0 degree. Humidity it is going to be 65%, and wind it is going to be 26 kilometer per hour. That's all for the weather from us today. We wish you could still continue on streaming every weekend, every weekend, every day, because we have different episodes every day. Have a great day. I wish everyone will have a fantastic day. I wish you could spend your day in a great way, and your day can be so beneficial. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. Thank you for